How are you, parents? Welcome to our today's session, a session on the role of the firstborn in the family. What parents should know is that the firstborn comes as a leader because he's the first child in the family. And as such, they are supposed to be role models in every family. And they can only be role models if us, as parents, we teach them on leadership skills. Because they need to understand what is this that I need to do so that I can be that person who is being looked upon by my siblings who are younger. So what you do as parents is to do something we call self-development to this firstborn. And you start by telling him that he has dreams that he needs to realize. So that as young as they are, they need to know that they have a journey that they need to move to. So let them set their own goals so that they know, in my life, this is the kind of person that I want to be. Because behind him, there are siblings who are looking upon him. And if he does not behave well, it can also be a point of the other siblings also not performing well. The other thing you should do as a parent is to develop their capabilities. We teach them from when they are young. You know, some of us parents, even here, what we do is we have a house help, and the house help does everything for these children until even when they are big and over 18. And we know by the time these children will be 25 years and above, they will go and stay by themselves. So if they were not able to learn some of these things, they will not be able to learn them when they are that age. So what you do, build their capabilities. And how you do it is, whenever you are doing something, you said cooking, that is for the mothers. If it is for the fathers, whatever they are doing, let this firstborn come and sit with you. Let them see what you're doing. So that now from there, they'll be able to do whatever you are doing under your supervision. After you see that they have perfected the art of doing whatever you wanted them to do, you leave them to do whatever they are doing by themselves. Because we have had cases where you leave a firstborn with the other siblings and they cannot be able to do anything. They even stay hungry because they don't know how to cook for themselves. So the other thing you should do is build team development in your firstborn. And this you do by teaching them the rules, the laws, and their responsibility. Because even when you leave them in the house and you want them to do something, it is not that the firstborn will do everything. What he needs to do and understand is he has siblings who are young and who have different potentiality. So that when they have to do a certain thing in the house, this firstborn will be able to divide these roles according to the age of these children. So if one is young and cannot be able to do anything, look for that role that they can do perfectly. They are big and they don't have the potentiality of doing that thing that you want them to do. Don't give them that role. So that is why we are saying, as parents, build team spirit in this firstborn so that you'll always be able to know how to handle the siblings when it comes to different things that they need to do in the house. The other thing you should do as a parent is train this firstborn that actions have responsibilities. So whenever they choose to do a certain thing, they should know that if they choose something that does not go according to the values and the morals of the house, of the country, what the neighbors would want, he has to be answerable. And that is why we have been saying from earlier on that every home should have rules and regulations so that they can be able to guide these children so that they grow up well. So the firstborn should be able to learn these rules from as when they are very young and help them at times also to realize what is the best action. By teaching them, have to do self-analysis to themselves, look for an action which they feel that is the best. Then whenever they take that action, let them see, how does it affect myself? If it is good, go to the next step. Does it have an effect on my parents? If they are okay with it, then go to the next. How does it affect my neighbors? How will it affect the country as a whole? And by that, if it is not affecting it positively and it is negative, let the child go back to the drawing board and come up with the best option. And this we do by actually inculcating values and morals to these children even when they are young, so that they don't go throwing stones when they go outside and breaking people's vehicles and even doing other funny things or fighting. Other thing you should do to this firstborn is to teach them strategic thinking. I know most of us do not allow these children to think, and we are always there telling them, do this, don't do this, do this. No, at times, leave them to think and do some of those things. Because it's out of that that they grow. And you know, this firstborn will be a guide to the other children. So if they cannot think and all the time they are waiting for you to think for them, they will never grow, they'll never be able to do some things by themselves, and this will affect them in life. So that is why we are saying, as parents, teach leadership skill to these firstborns, because these firstborns are role models in the house. So the young siblings will look at what their firstborn is doing. Even if it is wrong, they'll also do it. But the minute you teach them what is best, the other young children will always look and do that which is best. And by that, you'll have a successful family. That is all for today. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thumbs up.